Okay, Mags, so let's just have a quick talk about some of the stories that you chose for the show. Okay, so good job getting the list done today. That's good, it's important. Okay, what was Chinese FM makes 5 proposal to strengthen regional security?
Nothing new. I take the 5 points.
Okay, so with these stories, just be careful that just because he's a politician doesn't necessarily mean what he's saying is newsworthy. Mm-hmm. So unless he's actually doing something or saying something new, then let's avoid these stories.
That's why I didn't choose Hu Jintao's story.
What was Hu Jintao doing today?
Culture from a culture system.
Okay.
I choose this one as a backup because here's one story about him met with Hillary Clinton. I just wondering whether they got a relationship with relationship with each other.
Okay,
so
I see.
To see it.
I see, that makes sense. Okay. This. Okay, so that would make sense, but unless he's really saying something interesting in this one, let's just delete it. And China says Kosovo issue should be resolved through dialogue. Are they saying anything new? Is this the first time they've commented on Kosovo?
For that point, I have to double check because that's the most recent China's response to the ICJ's ruling.
Okay.
So for me, I think it might be interesting, but I put it very
low on the list. Okay. So let's check. If this is the first time that China said anything about it, then it's okay to do it. But if they're just repeating their calls for dialogue, then it won't make the show today.
Okay.
I found Health Ministry announces project to increase vaccination rates. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good story. And maybe we can combine this Yangtze River with the Three Gorges Dam flooding things.
There's one camp in Hubei province, 1 dead, 5 missing in floods. That's a new one.
From floods. And that does that go with this flooding story?
Yeah, but that's a new death. So that one guy might be the additional one.
743 instead of 42.
That's the whole country in this year.
Okay. And what about islanders fear rise along with Yangtze River water levels?
That's in which province? Jiangxi province. It's not in Hubei. But it's a kind of feature story because the story just show one guy's feeling of some villagers' feeling, and then put a background of the flood situation in China.
Okay. But we wouldn't have any video or pictures of this guy.
No.
Okay, so
we do have video in Jiangxi.
Okay, and what about planning mistake blamed for city's flood woes?
That's in planning mistake. Which province? Well, Jiangxi. That a local official admit that it's the planning mistake in the city construction. They made a mistake, not a dig deeper in the city's river channel or something.
Okay.
So which made the inner city places got flood.
Okay. So can we combine all of these to make one big flooding package, you think?
But they're from different perspectives.
What ones have the most similar? Yangtze, Three Gorges.
Yeah. And death, and then one dead.
Okay, so those 4 stories can go together.
It seems those 3 are in the same province. This one.
Okay.
This one. Floods. And this one. So this one, it's a background.
Okay, we can put this in the intro or the tag.
Yeah.
And we'll make a package out of these. And then we'll take a look at these to see what we can do with those. Okay, so what do you think are the stories that we need to get in the morning edition?
Flood story. And Grace is working on a lead poisoning. 36 children. 36 children?
But
it's a camp. We don't have picture or video. Maybe later today. This one, Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
That's a big deal.
Yep.
Independent Eye and just a story. Chongqing crackdown mafia? Do you think that's interesting?
Well, Chongqing has had a big mafia problem,
This
so...
one involved a guy in a Hilton...
Oh, the Hilton Hotel
This
scandal.
hotel scandal.
Okay.
That might be interesting.
Okay, what about this death toll rises to 7?
Chemical. Oh yeah. Oh, and the cause of the pipeline explosion in Dalian.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
good.
so Dalian explosion. The big pipe oil spill. Okay, the lead poisoning.
Flood. Hillary Clinton.
We haven't been told we can't do lead poisoning, have we?
Not yet.
Not
As
yet.
soon as possible.
Okay, so let's release that story as soon as we can. Dalian pipeline spill, the flooding, Panda, Clinton. Yeah, good.
That might be.
If we need to get a good feature story in, I think this would make a really good package.
Oh, well,
It's the students that are having all the cosmetic surgery because they think it will help improve their chances to get a job.
every year.
Every year, but the number was like
Increasing?
80% of high school students in Beijing. Well, no, 80% of the surgeries in Beijing are done by high school students.
Oh, that's a new point.
Isn't that crazy?
No, pretty common in China.
Pretty common?
Because we got so many services, so everything about you might be a reason they don't employ you, they don't hire you.
So when you went into the interview process, it's pretty quiet in here, but it is a Saturday. Oh my gosh, we've got tons of stuff in here about the flood. Flooding!
What you doing? You stalker.